All quiet on the right side.
All right. Hello. I guess this is going to be it, which is okay. So, yes, SpongeBob. I'm very excited. I spent a lot of time, like I told you guys I do. Spent a lot of time trying to figure out what to do. I was going to give you an assignment where you would like pick a profession, a time period, and a personality, and you would do three costumes like that. But as I was doing it, I was getting confused. Like, and it wasn't that it was hard or anything like that. I just feel like, because like I don't know that I've told you guys this, but when I do or make assignments, I always think about what the steps are that you would have to take, and whether or not, it's kind of self-explanatory. um it was just getting more and more complicated the further I went down that hole. So I started looking around and thinking and doing different things. And I was thinking about doing an animal play. I don't know why I said that three times. An animal play where you guys would have to change these animals or creatures into human costumes, right? That was getting difficult as well. So, what I've decided is to go ahead and make it SpongeBob, because SpongeBob, does have some animals. There are fish, there are crabs, there's a big whale. SpongeBob is obviously a sponge. We have Patrick, who's a starfish. And so incorporating these cartoonish or not naturalistic characters into characters that are going to be on stage is interesting to me. Not only that, but on top of that, we also do have SpongeBob the musical, which is an actual show where these people are playing these characters, and they don't have them dressed up in these big, bulky costumes where it's an actual sponge or an actual star. And so I really wanted you guys to be able to kind of use that and kind of figure out how you would end up making costumes for those characters. So this is the assignment, and this is the slide that you're gonna get. But you will be watching SpongeBob the musical. Okay, so you're gonna watch it on your own time. I left you guys the link here. It is on a Google Drive, so when you open it up, it is gonna just open it up here on Google Drive. Um, and so that's where you will watch it. It is a little it's kind of blurry, but it's not blurry enough for you to be like, I can't see anything. It is very clear, and so you will still be able to see the costumes, all the cool stuff. There is a scene. I was watching it yesterday because of, I don't know if you guys heard, but EOC just, it didn't work. So we just sat in the hallways waiting until the end of the day. It was great. So I watched this yesterday, and there's a scene with Plankton, and it's very much like they tried to make it rap, and they did not succeed. Like, it just didn't work as well as they thought it was going to work. So there's that. But if you can sit through that scene, you can sit through the rest of the show, because I did. It's this scene. It's terrible. So we see all these different characters that we know and love from SpongeBob. We see Sandy. We see Patrick. We see those little jellyfish. We have SpongeBob. We have Squidward. We have Mr. Krabs. We have Pearl. We have some other characters like Larry the Lobster comes out in it as well. I think he only has a cameo, which makes sense because he only ever comes out in a couple every now and then. We have Gary, who is actually just a puppet, so he's not an actual person, or they didn't put a person in that role. But you can kind of skip through if you don't want to watch the musical and you start watching it and you're like, this is not something that I want to watch. You don't have to. It's okay. I really just wanted you guys to have this as an example and to help you kind of guide your way in what I want, because I'm not going to be looking for costumes that are going to be bulky or big, well, not bulky, but just something that's going to be like, oh, I'm just putting a crab hat on someone, or I'm putting a certain makeup look or something to make them look like those characters. I still want them to be human in respect to the play, if that makes sense. Anyway, watching the show is the best way to kind of get and understand what I mean, because when you watch the show, you see these characters and you start to notice little things about them that you're like, oh my gosh, they have that, and that's so cute, and this is cute. Like Mr. Krabs, he has boxing gloves as his claws. And so things like that, that are practical, that are real, but are gonna give us that look, right? And so like we think about this fish lady, I think she's like the mayor or like somebody that comes out. She comes out often though. And she has this color, these colors. She has red fins, and so they put the little thing with the red on her. She has a purple body, and so they did the little stripes, and then she has purple hair to match with that. So it's really cool to see how they do this. See, there's Mr. Krabs with his boxing gloves. Obviously, they're not actual claws, but they do look like claws because they're little boxing gloves, right? So thinking about, like I said, practical things, real things that you can incorporate into these designs. Like Pearl. Pearl is supposed to be a big whale, and she's supposed to be super tall. And so they put her in platform shoes, right? And so we can look through this musical and see how they've changed these cartoon characters into real human people who still have those attributes and I guess just, you know, things that bring it back to, oh, this is SpongeBob, this is Pearl, this is Mr. Krabs, all those characters. So I did give you all of that. And if you are going to watch it, I would prefer that you watch it by Friday, because we are going to talk about it on Friday. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I'm going to watch it, and then like we talk about it on Friday and then it spoils it for you. So definitely watch it if you are going to watch it by Friday. Tomorrow we're doing English 2 testing. I don't think that any of you guys should be taking English 2. I don't know. Maybe you are. And so you will have tomorrow. We're not going to meet for class. You're not going to meet for any of your classes. So you'll have a little bit of time. If you're working on stuff all day tomorrow and you're trying to get caught up with school and stuff, I would suggest just taking an hour and like setting it aside and being like, okay, I'm going to do all this work. And then at 12 o'clock, I'm going to watch this movie. And this will be a 2-hour break that I'll just have to watch and enjoy the movie. And then it'll kind of help you as we move forward with this project. So this is what your project's going to look like. You are getting this slide as your like part of your assignment. And I think that opens up tomorrow. I made it already. I did a lot of work yesterday because I was just sitting around waiting. So the instructions, so you'll watch SpongeBob the musical, then you'll be creating your own original costume designs for 3 characters from the musical. You can, the only reason that I say 3 characters from the musical is because I don't want you to pick characters that like don't show up in the musical but are in the cartoons. Okay, so I do want it to be someone from that's in the musical, but you will be using the cartoons for your character inspirations. So you can go back and watch other episodes of SpongeBob and kind of see what characters, what the characters are like in the actual cartoon, what they look like, the colors that they have, the shapes that their costume or that their bodies have, and things like that, how you can incorporate that into your costume, things like that. Only using the live musical for inspiration and to better understand how I would like the costumes to look, not cartoonish and human versions of the characters. So that's what I'm looking for. You will include hair and accessories in the costuming. So that is something that we don't usually do. And you would include makeup if it's necessary. So like I said earlier, I don't want like crazy makeup faces, but if it's going to be something that, you know, comes onto the face and it's part of the look or it's part of the costume or it's part of the overall character, you can add it in. So I'm not going to be like, you can't put makeup. That's completely fine. And then you do have each slide. So you're going to have your first character and you're just going to pick whichever one you'd like to do, second character and third character. And I made these slides for you guys so that you don't have to like, you know, set up all of it. All you have to do is go and try to find the pictures. When you do this assignment, and it'll say this in the assignment tomorrow, when you do it, I do want you guys to find specific articles of clothing. I don't want it to be like somebody wearing this costume. I want it, this shirt, this sweater, these pants, these shoes, these accessories, and this hair, right? Obviously, if it's hair, somebody's going to be in the picture, and I'm not upset at that. But yeah, so but yeah, that's really all that I have for you guys today. This is, let me publish it right now. I unpublished it because I was like, oh no, everybody's gonna see it. So I will go ahead and publish that. You can look in there, and then let me look and see if I made it for Thursday. I did not. So I'll be adding in, oh, maybe it's Friday. Nope, I did not. So I'll be making that assignment for you guys, and it'll probably go in tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll see your check-in and the assignment. It's not going to be due tomorrow. It'll probably be due next Friday. But we'll see. Also, next week is going to be weird. They moved English 1 over to next Tuesday since they weren't able to take it yesterday. So they moved it to next Tuesday. I'm going to region on the 14th and 15th for one act play. So I'm not going to be here. And then on the 16th, I have a funeral to go to. So literally, you're only going to see me on Monday next week. But if you have any questions, I mean, Wednesday and Thursday, I probably won't be too available. But if you have questions about the assignment or anything like that, and in those times or while you're working on it, you can definitely reach out to me and I can help you out. But I hate to make it due on a day that I'm not here. Like, I guess we'll make it due the 19th. It's 3 costumes and you have to watch the movie. So I'll give you the whole week for it. So it'll be due the 19th and you'll see it open up tomorrow for you to be able to start actually working on it. But today, for the rest of the period, go ahead and start watching SpongeBob if you would like to, or you can start looking on YouTube and find older episodes so that you can start doing some research. And then if anybody asks you, you're doing research for a theater project, and you can show them the whole thing and be like, look, it's SpongeBob the musical. I'm doing costumes for it. I have to look at the cartoons. I have to watch an hour's worth of cartoons. You're welcome. So I hope that this will be fun for you guys to do. It was kind of fun for me to work on yesterday. Like, I didn't have anything else to do. And I was like, I might as well start working on the costume project. Started on the other one, didn't like it, trashed it, and started working on this one. So, and I got excited. I was like, ooh, SpongeBob. And I started looking up stuff. It was a whole thing. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys hopping on and listening to me talk. I'm going to post this whole spiel that I gave you guys on today's folder, and then I'll move it to tomorrow's folder as well. So that if anybody misses, or if anybody asks you like, hey, what did we do in class today? You can direct them to that folder and it'll have that video so they can watch and catch up with the assignment. But once again, thank you so much. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I will be seeing you guys on Friday. Remember, there's no Zoom class tomorrow. Bye.